Hello, my beautiful Leos. I cannot wait to get into your June reading for June 2023, Leo. So if your sun, moon, rising is in Leo, then this reading is for you, or you're just cross-watching for your favorite Leo, then that is absolutely cool. We'll be taking a look at what Spirit wants to provide us with information for June. So first, we will look at the energy in which Spirit wants you to embrace or integrate the type of energy for June, what you need to embrace here. Ooh, we have spring. So Spirit wants you to embrace spring type energy in June. So spring is, where things start to melt and you start to see life, or the beginnings of life, organically growing. So maybe where we might have been a little bit stagnant or chilled, allowing things to kind of come out organically or naturally so that we can birth something, or allow the birth to happen here. And we don't have to do much in spring. I mean, it just naturally happens. It's coming out slowly but surely here, Leo. So maybe you could feel a thawing of areas that might have seemed frozen, or might have seemed stuck, or might have seemed lifeless, or a little covered up here. Spring's a beautiful energy of hope as well, because we anticipate something is right around the corner. So maybe in June you're kind of anticipating great things or hope. Kind of interesting that we're feeling spring or embracing spring in June, because June is, it is the kind of tail end of spring going into summer. All right, well, let's take a look. We'll see how it integrates into this whole reading, but we'll have to pull clarifiers and pull your cards. Spirit, clear and concise message here for beautiful Leo. Let's take a look at their overall energy. Overall energy for Leo for June. Thank you so much, Spirit, for clear and concise message. And thank you so much, Leo, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. I'm a Leo moon, so I cannot wait to see what we have here for overall for Leo. We have the Devil, great. We have the Fool, and we have the World. Wow, World in reverse, very powerful, okay? Devil, Fool, and World. So the Devil's Capricorn energy. Let's take a look at what you don't see coming, or what's kind of hidden in June here. This is kind of the hidden energies and what they don't see coming in June. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Kind of wanted to come out sideways, but I'm feeling reverse here. The Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse. All right, so guidance, advice from Spirit. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and we also have the King of Pentacles, and we also have the Knight of Wands. All right. Let's get the opportunity here for Leo for June. What is the opportunity? We have the Nine of Pentacles. All right. And what is the challenge? What's the challenge here? Two cards wanting to come out. The Empress in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse in the challenge. All right. We might have to pull clarifiers throughout this, but we're just going to get kind of into the reading and see what energies I'm picking up. So overall, with the Devil, the Fool, and the World in reverse. That's pretty powerful here with three major arcana. And normally when you see major arcana, it's like Mother Nature, the divine, taking the wheel in our life, where we're needing to make decisions on how to handle it. But these things are happening because it's a little bit out of our control of the events. But what is in our control is how we respond to it. The fact that we have the Devil here, this is, being bound to situations that could be toxic, could be addictions and obsessions and unhealthy ways here. And we could just be foolishly leaping into toxic situations. We could be foolishly binding ourselves to something here, because the Fool could literally mean being very foolish, although it's not in reverse. So naively, we could be engaged in something that's toxic, or naively not knowing what we're jumping into here. What could be a toxic situation. But For some of you guys, it could be that a situation here in which we might feel people would perceive us as bad, or we might feel bad for doing. We're needing to kind of take that leap of faith where we might feel devilish for doing it, bad for doing it, but maybe because I feel like the fool's kind of blindly leaping into the devil. And with the world in reverse here, this is like the successful conclusion of a cycle, but in reverse, it's like something needing to come to closure. It's not quite done yet. It's like, the final week of school or 2 weeks left where you're just, kind of, you already wrote your exams, but you're doing just arts and crafts projects, right? It's not quite, you don't have quite your report card yet or last day of school, but you've already kind of been on some journey here. So this is a new beginning. I can't help but feel like he's walking towards the devil, but it could very well be a devilish situation. Somewhere you were held back. You're looking to take a leap of faith, a new beginning, although you don't have closure. You didn't close it out fully. So the devil's kind of lingering in the background. Okay? We'll get more, but that's kind of trying to cover all bases here without getting so Virgo about it. Me being the Virgo. So now we're looking at what you don't see coming or kind of hidden. The Wheel of Fortune reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and then the Two of Swords in reverse. So a lot of reversals here. One major arcana, and it is the wheel. And I mean the Wheel of Fate. This can talk about cycles. The fact that I see the World here and the Wheel, and they're both in reverse, could mean some sort of toxic cycle or some cycle. And I do feel it's toxic because the wheel is also upside down, which is bad luck, or we could be spinning in a positive way and momentum and fate, and I mean it's still fated, but now it's kind of the other way. Like maybe whatever is fated here to, okay, yeah, I'm getting a hit here for a lot of you guys. So what I'm getting from Spirit is we're put in situations here that we choose to, by contract, that we want for our own soul's experience. So we have to experience these lessons, what have you, right? And we have the free will to act how we choose to, and we could keep repeating cycles until we learn lessons. So if we break free from a cycle or a lesson and learn what needs to be done, then we break from a cycle, and then the wheel turns in a positive way, and we're able to have a new beginning here. So I feel like some sort of cycle here is not quite closed out yet, and it could be successful if we learn the lessons that we need to learn. If we learn the lessons we need to learn and really break away from a toxic situation. And it could be toxic only because we keep repeating it and we're not learning what we need to. And that's what's toxic about it, is we keep jumping into starting over. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I didn't see this before. This is like the beginning and this is the end. Okay. So we keep going around the same cycle, starting it, ending it, starting it, ending it. And it never quite closes that loop because we never learn our lesson, or we don't step forward, have a new beginning, and do things differently. We keep doing the exact same thing, so it never closes out, and that's what's toxic about it. 100%. So the fact that I see the wheel in your don't see coming and it's in reverse, it's like maybe you repeat a cycle here that you weren't thinking that you'd repeat, although I do see the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse. So for me, the Ace of Cups, yes, it's an emotional new beginning. Could be like, new love type thing. But again, it's coming in reverse. But for me, the Ace of Cups really is about self-love and the love we give ourselves and the opportunity we give to ourselves to experience love and open ourselves up. I feel like it's in reverse. I feel like we're blocking ourselves from allowing love to start here because maybe we keep foolishly binding ourselves to some situation here over and over again. So it's blocking us from loving ourselves. And maybe, you're saying, well, Linda, I do love myself here. It's like, well, if you do, then there might be a need to do things differently here that will allow you to open this up to have a new emotional beginning that might be different than what you've experienced here. and the Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords is where we're sitting kind of idle. Sometimes it's a balance card, right? Like we have two things here, but we're not really acting. This Two of Swords, she doesn't have her blindfold. So I feel like she could see. She's not blind, and these swords aren't crossing, so I don't feel like they're opposing things here. She's hanging on to both. So it's like she hasn't decided, but it's in reverse. So what does that mean? That means she's either decided or I don't know what this means. Because the fact is she's still hanging on to two things here. I'm going to pull a clarifier here just for the Two of Swords before we start getting clarifiers for the whole thing, because I don't know what that means. Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, Two of Cups. So another two in reverse. So this is like, yeah, like making the decision to put an end to a partnership. Okay, like also this means it doesn't start over again. And bad luck and breaking a cycle here, you know, like it feels like bad luck, or finally breaking out of something here by putting an end to not having a new beginning. Yeah, so because the overall energy was beginning, you know, we start over and then we end it, or it just comes to an end, and then over and over again in cyclical way, it's like, let's just not even have a new beginning here. Let's put an end to some sort of partnership. Let's decide to do that. You know, maybe where we weren't making a decision, now we're deciding to end things. That's kind of what I'm feeling here for the what you don't see coming and the hidden energies. Now, before we get into your guidance and advice from Spirit, let's look at your opportunity. We have the Nine of Pentacles in your opportunity. Yeah, there's an opportunity for you to be single, an opportunity for you to be free and independent and secure and stable on your own. So maybe there's a partnership here that you're needing to break free from. So you're not single, you're not independently stable and have that. You have this opportunity, but you need to break free from some sort of cycle here and not start it over again. You know, because that is an opportunity, and this is your opportunity as a benefit, because here you are like successful on your own, like you're able to be successful and independently like free from something here that might be making you feel like you're held back, you know, or where you just feel like you keep going around in circles here and you feel like you can't step out of. So the opportunity, you have the Empress and the King of Wands both in reverse. So I'm feeling like your energy is being impacted by somebody else here, because this doesn't feel like your energy so much, Leo, although it is Wands. So take it as it resonates and crisscross how you see fit, because this is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy with the Wands. And then we have Taurus with the Empress. But I feel like this being the challenge, someone here isn't either doesn't have the confidence enough to step up and provide there to be love, or somebody is being very cocky and arrogant and only looking out for themselves and hurtful here. This means like sex without love and not giving love and compassion and opening heart space, and just, yeah, like both of these in reverse isn't a good thing. And that's the challenge, is like maybe somebody is showing up here, you know, in that type of an energy, and you're like cyclically supporting this type of a behavior, because the Empress in reverse could also mean you're not, your challenges, you're not embracing, you know, a full Empress here, which is giving yourself maybe the full love and standing in all Queen's power in order for you to get treated like an Empress here. But I feel like if she was upright in your challenge, then it'd be like you were having a challenge stepping into your Empress. So I do feel like you're your Empress energy, and I feel like this is both one and the same energy here of somebody, and I'll flip it, like I said, if this is you, showing up in an arrogant way that's unable to love, or at least not showing you this love. It's like a challenge for them to maybe have the confidence in going after this and showing love and expressing love and giving love, or they're showing up arrogant and, you know, and again, just wanting sex or physical stuff here. But so your opportunity is to break free and be independently single from an energy here who's just not showing up, or showing up in a way that's not contributing to this, to positive to the situation, and could be quite toxic here. This could also mean like, you know, yeah, like a sexual obsession of sorts too. So if this person is like, you know, in this type of an energy with the devil, I mean, that's not good. And so there's a need here to not have an emotional new beginning and make the choice to end some sort of partnership here. You know, that you might feel destined. Maybe there's this destined tie of sorts, but break that cycle. Okay, so now the advice from Spirit, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So that's a lot of, you know, people energy here, the two knights on either side of the King of Pentacles. So we have earth energy here. Taurus came up a couple of times, and then Capricorn. So we have Taurus, Capricorn, and then we have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn again. And King of Wands, like I said, is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But I feel like the fact that the King of Pentacles is in the middle, and this is secure, stable, solid type energy, you know, commitment and dedication, unwavering dedication here. On either side, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which isn't quite at the King level because it's slow moving and it's having to get there, and it's kind of moving in with an offer or trying to get to a place here of stability, of commitment, of security. And then the Knight of Wands is this in and out type energy, you know, kind of like tag, you're it type energy, and then they run off. It's like that type of an energy where they come in and they're like, hi, and then you're like, okay, and then bye, like, what did you want type energy. That's what I'm getting from this Knight of Wands. So I got 3 in the advice from Spirit, 3 different types of energies here. And maybe this person is, I don't know, because it could be the same person here, but this is slow, very slow in making a real offer, okay, but just taking their time, but being dedicated and moving slowly with commitments, but just determination. And then the following card was the King of Pentacles. Like I said, that's father, that's committed, that's secure, that's stable, that's grounded. Somebody who might be committed to something else, but, you know, is someone financially secure too and very much able to provide stability. And then you got this this like fiery energy that's hot and cold, in and out, that shows up when they want this type of a thing, right? It's like, hi, tag, you're it. And then you don't hear from them for like 2 months. So that's 3 different types of energies. We're going to have to get clarifiers here. But the fact is your opportunity is the single card, okay? So, and what you don't see coming, or like in that hidden energy, there's that 2 of Cups. So maybe something ends here, but okay. So this is a clarifier for your overall, which was Devil, Fool, and the World in reverse. We have the 10 of Wands. Yeah. I felt very certain after going around in circles that, you know, the Fool followed by the World, that's the very first card in the Major Arcana, and then that's the very last card. So it's like the cycle, the complete cycle, starting over completely from the beginning and then going to the end and then doing it all over again because it doesn't close the loop, and that's a toxic cycle. Overall, this is 10 of Wands. So this is like a heavy burden. This is like carrying until you can't carry it no more. So you're at I have a feeling that the cycle repeated, and it was still open, but I feel like overall you're at this 10 of Wands. Sorry if I said 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. And what this is the camel cannot take one more cycle. That's it. Like the camel's back breaks, okay? And I feel like, yeah, it was frustrating and maybe you felt like you were at the end, but the 10 of Wands is the end. Okay, this is the final cycle. This is now the final cycle in which this world is going to come to an end. It's not quite at an end yet because we're still at the 10 of Wands, but any breeze is going to knock the 10 of Wands over, and the wands are going to go flying, and then we just can't no more, okay? The camel cannot carry it anymore. So this is the last cycle, and this is why we see what you don't see coming, the ending of that partnership and the ending of that cycle. You know, it's the actual ending of something here, not starting it over in the same way. But, I mean, maybe we're just not repeating the same cycle by ending a partnership here. Let's get a clarifier because I'm not quite sure exactly what that means. And the 2 of Swords in reverse there, like I said, like, are you making that choice? It just means no emotional new beginning, no partnership here. 2 of Swords in reverse. I'm going to ask first for a clarifier for the 2 of Swords in reverse, and then I'm going to ask for a clarifier for that whole row. So why is the 2 of Swords in reverse here? What's that mean? the Two of Wands. That's funny because I think I asked for a clarifier for the Two of Swords when we initially drew the cards, and I got the Two of Cups in reverse. And now I asked for another clarifier for the Two of Swords in reverse. And guess what I got? The Two of Wands in reverse. And I think this came out in another pile here where we had the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands side by side. And I don't know how to read this because I'm getting two different energies from here. Like, this is where we were idle and we weren't deciding, and now we decide. And this is, you know, where we don't decide, where our options are kind of removed in some way. Or maybe our options are removed here, or we don't decide on either of them. Because the Two of Wands could be like, you know, where we're preparing and planning towards something. We've already decided towards something here. Because in the traditional tarot, the guy is holding one wand over the other. And in this one, look, both wands are on the wall. So he's not touching either wand, either option. And he's looking at the opportunity, like an opportunity in his hand, like the world is his oyster, and he's not looking at the two options. So this could mean distance or looking to travel as well. And the fact here, she's hanging on to both swords, and she's not blindfolded, but both are in reverse. So the end of having to decide, maybe. The end of having to decide, because the Two of Wands, clarifying that Two of Swords in reverse, it's like, yeah, not choosing, not deciding, but it's also not sitting idle. So you do choose. You choose not to choose either which one. That's very interesting. Okay, let's get a clarifier here for that row, because no. Clarifying what you don't see coming here, and hidden with the Wheel in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse, which was clarified by the Two of Cups in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse. Why is this here? The Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. Hermit in reverse, clarifying this whole row. Hermit in reverse. Okay, Hermit is about going inwards, having the introspection, and really being removed in order to withdraw ourselves from a situation where we can really look at things and understand things on a deep level here. And it's in reverse, clarifying what you don't see coming here. So it's coming out of that state. So yeah, maybe like, because overall we got the Ten of Wands, you know, like I said, it's like, that's it, you can't take anymore, and the wands are just, it's a heavy burden, you can't carry no more. So you finally decide, like, time to break this cycle. You know, if you've been stuck in this cycle, it's like you've gone inwards, you've done the work, you're constantly asking yourself what's the best thing here, and then you come out of that state of not needing to be removed, not needing to sit and not pull the trigger. You know, maybe, yeah, like all of these in reverse, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Wands. You come out of a state and somehow you put an ending, or you did, I don't know. I honestly don't know how to read this. This is very interesting energy, because I feel like there is an ending to a relationship here, and there is no new beginning. And options are removed, but I feel you come out of a state here. I'm gonna pull one more card here. Not quite sure why the Hermit is coming in reverse. What's with the Hermit in reverse here, Spirit? The Three of Wands in reverse. Things fall apart. They don't go as planned. Yeah, also, yeah. They don't go as planned here. So it could be like we're preparing, we're planning, we're whatever we expected our ships to come in. It's like plans fell apart. They didn't happen. You know, it's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. And in this case, we're down. You know, there is no emotional new beginning. There's an end to partnership here. We don't choose any direction to go in this situation. And we come out of a state where we've had introspection. We've gone inwards. And we're just no longer looking to the horizons for this situation. That's exactly what I'm picking up here for that. So it took me a while to get there, but let's pull a card here for the Nine of Pentacles for your opportunity. Now, keep in mind, guys, we got spring for the overall energy that you're needing to embrace here. So I think there's something organic about how this happens, you know, like That's maybe why I feel like those twos all in reverse. It's like things needing to come into balance, things needing to close out. And maybe you don't make this choice and just destiny, the wheel turns in a way that, you know, now it's springtime and things are thawing out. So there's new life elsewhere here with the spring. So why is the Nine of Pentacles here in your opportunity? We have the Page of Swords. So this is Spirit saying, like, start the beginning of questioning and thinking about, you know, how you could be independent and successful kind of outside of this, like just standing on your own, being able to, yeah, like be removed but stable and single on your own, bring your own independence here. With the Page of Swords, it's like initially thinking about how that could be and maybe challenging yourself in a way that maybe you haven't in the past. I also feel like whatever's going on here, there could be somebody like snooping, or you might have to have a tough discussion here in order to close out a cycle so that you can be independent from it and be successful, single, independent from this. Because the Page of Swords is a snoop, is somebody maybe spying on your social media. It could be somebody acting immature, but it could also just be the beginning of asking the right questions or getting your thoughts going here. So let's see for your challenge why we have the King of Wands in reverse and the Empress. So we're picking up quite a bit there. Yeah, we have the Five of Cups. So the challenge here, you know, with the Five of Cups, that's sadness. That's looking back on a situation with regret or looking at what didn't work, you know. And it could be, like I said, if you guys are resonating with this King of Wands, maybe you didn't have the courage to chase up on love or open yourself to love. So now you're looking back on this like an opportunity missed kind of thing, or just sadness and regret. And if you're not resonating as this King of Wands and this is an energy kind of around you that wasn't able to show love or have the courage to step forward with it, they're, you know, in this state of, or you're in the state of feeling, you know, bad about something here that didn't quite happen. Now, if this is somebody coming in a little bit, like I said, more self-serving in an arrogant type way, I feel like the challenge here is you feel sad about this situation because maybe you were stuck in some sort of a loop and you're having to break free here with the opportunity and be a little bit, stand up for yourself, you know. Okay, so let's get a clarifier here for the guidance. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and that Knight of Wands. Like I was saying, those three different energies. So Spirit, can we get a clarifier here? Why do we have this as the advice? The Star in reverse. So this is like needing to heal, but also maybe where we thought we had a hope or a dream of sorts, we're now releasing hope. We're no longer desiring maybe something here that was all over the place, you know, like Knight of Pentacles, slow moving. The King of Pentacles is unbudging too, right? So maybe somebody who was stuck in their position or committed to something else here, and somebody who, again, was maybe immature, maybe was in and out, maybe wasn't able to provide some sort of stability, and they're just like, hi, tag, you're it. And then you're like, what? So you're just like, yeah, I'm not no longer interested in that as my hope or my star, needing to heal from it. Because I do see like your challenge is, you know, having to go through the mourning period here, and even the Star in reverse, it's like, you know, losing hope here and having to close out some sort of a cycle. So this is what I see here for you guys, Leo. Let me know how this resonated. It was an interesting reading. Don't forget you have spring here. So after coldness, which we might have experienced here, there is a budding of life and beauty, and it's a whole new opportunity for us. This can also represent the cyclical pattern because seasons always return. So we might be experiencing a low point here, but we need to be aware of, are we going to experience the same cycle again? You know, and now we're in a springtime with this situation where things look good, and then we buy into the spring, and then, you know, we experience a short summer. Hi. And then all of a sudden it's winter again before you know it. So I say learn your lessons. If you have to pull the plug here, or something that's not giving you satisfaction, it's not treating you like an empress, where you feel like this type of an energy or somebody blocked here, I say, you know, yeah, put an end to that cycle. Okay, a successful end, and the successful way is not starting and closing, starting and closing. All right, so I hope this helped. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, and leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Bye.